So I've been in financial planning for the last 15 years. My story is probably a little unique. I never thought I'd be doing this for a living growing up. I really had no idea. In fact, growing up, my passion was really towards music and playing music, specifically as a drummer. In middle school, I was in concert band, and in high school, of course, I was in marching band, concert band, jazz band. Really enjoyed it. And I remember getting together with my counselor in high school, and she said, well, what do you want to do when you grow up, and graduate and so on? And I said, I really have no idea. And so it kind of stumped her. And so she asked, okay, well, what's your favorite class? And I said, well, music is. And that even stumped her even more. I don't think she knew what to say. And so it made me realize at that time that music really was a part of my heart. When I was a junior in high school, I had to start thinking about where to go to school, because my parents always had the conversation of not if you're going to school, but where you're going to school. And so I realized that if I want to go to school, I really want to learn something that I'm really passionate about, because I figured that would take me farther in life than just picking a random career and then just going along with a random career path. So I chose music performance. As a parent now, I can't believe I did that. I don't know what my parents were thinking. I can only imagine what they were thinking. But I went to college at East Carolina University for 2 years. Then they more prepped you for the orchestral route, and I wanted to sit behind the drums. And so it wasn't really leading me to where I thought I wanted to go. And so after 2 years of that, I realized, okay, I want to go in a different direction. And I have a sister, an older sister that lives here in Nashville and did at the time. And she said, well, if you really want to cut your teeth at this, why don't you come to move to Nashville, kind of see what you're made of, see if this was meant for you or not, and we'll help you get set up. So I said, okay, I'll take you up on that. And so moved here and had a day job for about a year, and it was just go out and kind of get used to the scene, what was going on, how do I fit in, how do I get plugged in, and all these different things. After a year, I got connected and started playing live music for a living. In fact, it was a pretty cool day when I auditioned for a band, and I asked them all, after the audition was over, I asked everybody, what do you do? We're not playing music, and they all said, well, this is what we do full time. And that whole idea to me was awesome. So I did music full time, was playing and kind of traveled all across the United States playing live music for a living, and it was the best and worst time of my life. And so after 2.5 years, I said, this has been a great run, but I really need to pursue another avenue, because the music industry is pretty tough. And so I was very grateful that I got into it, because it made me realize that it probably wasn't something I wanted to do long term. So at that time, I had no idea what to do, because I never really put any more interest in anything other than my passion into music. So I went back to school for finance specifically, and I really just kind of enjoyed it. And so I was one of those weird kids that took their first accounting class, walked out and thought, well, this is pretty interesting. Where I think most kids probably walked out thinking, what in the world was that? So I wanted to take accounting. I liked learning about accounting and taxes and so on, but I didn't want to do that as for a living. But I thought if I was going into finance, then this might be helpful somewhere. And so I just kind of went on this idea that, okay, let me learn about accounting, taxes, and finances, investments, and let me kind of see where this goes. In my life, I just felt like God really redirected my passion. And I thought I was supposed to be over here, but really I think I had to get over here to really be where I was meant to be. And so I think my passions were just replaced. And that's a part of my story that I really enjoy. Is I don't see this as a career, I don't see this as a job, this is who I am. And being able to help other people, since I had the interest in learning about this myself and being able to share that with other people, I thought was just a really cool idea.